actually not devices. Also we have to see for NIC, because NIC also having MAC address. So that is, let's see first of all about a NIC. Okay. Okay, record is started. So NIC, network interface card, network interface card. What is NIC? Network interface card. Any device, okay, any device you want to connect in network, okay, any device wants to connect in network, the device need NIC. Okay. So it can be a wireless or wired. Okay, it can be NIC. Whether it is wired connectivity or wireless connectivity. Wired connectivity or a wireless connectivity it is. Okay. So yeah, so I will show you some wired type of connectivity. First of all, the connectivity. Generally, in LAN network, we use a RJ45 type, right? So this is simple wide type of connectivity. So I have a device. And this is a hub or a switch. And this is the wiring, right? So first of all, see, this is not at all a good idea. So this device having an NIC to get connected. What is this? There is a NIC. So device has an NIC, so I can able to connect from there to here, there to here. So next comes with the cables, right? The first NIC, then we can able to connect. Without NIC, we can't able to connect. Another NIC. Okay, whether it is. So we have a built-in NIC or attached NIC used to get connect the network. So this is can be our hub or a switch. Okay, so you may have a wireless devices. Example, mobile. You have a mobile phone. This has become more time taking. Or maybe you have a laptop. Laptops also both connectivity, wireless and wired connectivity is there. Okay, so maybe a smart TV, or maybe some other device, or maybe another mobile or tablet, any device. They're also having a built-in NIC. So we need a wireless access point to connect wireless devices, right? Your Wi-Fi routers to connect. You are connecting to your wireless routers, right? So how you are connecting? Wireless. Okay. So you don't need any wire to connect in a wireless, right? So you are connecting through wireless. Whether it is wired or wireless device it is, whatever the device it is, so you need an NIC to connect wireless. So I just given an antenna type, but not required exactly that point. Network interface card. Okay. If it is a wired type. Sir, yeah, tell me. Okay. Here, take an IC. This is how an IC is look like for a wide type of LAN card type of connectivity. Okay. So you can see there is a Ethernet port here where you will connect your cable. Okay. Okay. Not only this one, guys. How already I showed the connections, right? So I will show you UTP, STP connectors, RJ45 connectors. So this is a motherboard circuit. So first of all, I will show you Ethernet on motherboard. Okay, so how they will connect? So this is Ethernet port on your direct port, but this is the NIC and how it is different NICs you can see. So how it will connect it to motherboard. Okay, so like this. Have you seen these white bars? White bars called PCI slots. white bars called as PCI slots. So insert, just there are inserting this Ethernet card into this PCI slots. So in the olden days, we don't have a system with NICs, built-in NICs not there. So we have to purchase additionally and we have to insert it. Nowadays also we can add additional NIC required. We can insert into your motherboard. Okay, depends upon the requirements. So one PC need a multiple NICs required. Yeah, this is the wireless type of NIC, which is inside your laptop. Okay. So this is inside your laptop, wireless NIC, which is built inside your laptop. Okay. On built-in motherboard. So on motherboard also you can get a NICs, which I show like this. So where we are connecting this NIC on motherboard. Okay, so this is on motherboard, you will get it. Even for a laptop also, RJ45 on laptop. So even for a laptop also you have an NICs. So this is where we can connect our LAN cable. Okay, where we connect LAN cable, this port, not this one. This is monitor purpose. This is your RJ45 port, built in. This is additional connectivity. Same as a wireless. Same for it, we go for a wireless. Like you have a desktop, then we need a so this is a kind of wireless card. So just you have to insert into your desktop to connect wirelessly. To connect wirelessly, you need a wireless NICs. So wireless NICs, we can insert it and we can connect it from here. So this is for a laptop NICs. So it is which is inside laptop, so we cannot able to see it from outside. Whether it is a laptop or a desktop, I can also use USB type of NICs. Okay. USB type of NICs also came up. Okay. So now we are having this USB type of NICs. It is going to that point. So more marketing is there, no? So yeah. This is very simple USB. Okay, so here when you are going to buy, you have to buy. So when you want to buy, this is, you have to check it. It's a dual channel or a single channel. So make sure it is supporting both the 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz kind of connectivity, because nowadays our routers also giving both the signals, right? So So simply you have to insert into your laptop or a desktop. Even I have a desktop, so we can't connect to our router because both are in a different rooms. My router is in my hall and desktop is in the room. So we can't put a wire, so we need a big wire. And the wire again cannot go straight, right? So what we done, very simple. I purchased this USB and inserted it. I'm getting connected. Wireless connectivity. Okay. Some type of NICs will get a antenna type. So for getting more good reception. Some are only just this is enough. Okay. Even for a LAN interface, like a wide kind of connectivity also, you have a USB type LAN connectivity. Want to connect USB to LAN, so you can see this. This is USB and this is LAN connector. Okay, so your laptop or a desktop are not having a LAN port, or maybe LAN port is damaged, so you can use this kind of additional arrangement. Okay, so what is this NIC, guys? Network interface card. Network interface card. Whatever the device it is, whether it is about desktop type, laptop, or mobile phone. So we need to connect it to the network. Either it is built in or additional NIC is required. Either it can be inside or it can be additional NIC is required. So wired or wireless, compulsory we need a NIC. Okay. This wide type of NIC, wide NICs, wide type of communication has a standard called 802.3, whereas wireless NICs standard is there 802.11. When you see any wireless type of Wi-Fi routers, wireless NICs, immediately we'll see this kind of stuff. Of course, there is ABCD kind of stuff is there. Simply like so 802.11a or B or D or G or N, like this. Okay, so different kind of stuff. So I will show you. 802.11 A means what? So we'll get this. See, 11, it's a 2 Mbps maximum speed. A 5 gigahertz connectivity, 54 Mbps data transmission speed. B 2.4 gigahertz frequency, 11 Mbps. 11G 11G means 2.4 gigahertz, 54 Mbps. 11N, it's a dual channel, 600 Mbps. Okay, AC means N is you are using whether your router or a wireless access point, it can be A or
Sir,
B.
what is backward compatibility, sir?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yes,
trying to say.
backward compatibility.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, just look at here. You have a Wi-Fi router or wireless access point, and you are a device which you want to connect to wirelessly. Okay, so your Wi-Fi, what are the built-in Wi-Fi or added one is N, but this is A, so they will communicate, no problem. Or it can be G, no problem, they will communicate. Okay, so it will support both 2.4 gigahertz type of frequency or 5 gigahertz frequency also it will support. Okay, this is either it is 2.4 or 5 or both. Okay, so like that. So AC, AD, like this. So you can choose AD, it is 7 Gbps. Mostly N people are using currently N. It's a dual channel. This is a single channel, either 5 gigahertz or 2.5 gigahertz. Just for a basic purpose only I'm giving this information. Okay, these are the wireless standards. Even for a wide standards also there. In a wide standards, so 802.3, it is a Ethernet standards. Okay, this is also some Ethernet standards. But we don't have more Ethernet standards. What you can see, 3i, 3u, 3z, 3ab, 3ac, different standards also there. Okay, so that is 802.3a, b, c, d kind of stuff is also there. But I'm not going with that list. This is a useful list. Okay, but here, so we call this one as a Ethernet. Okay, so this type of NICs, what we are seeing, these NICs are Ethernet, or we can call it as a LAN card. LAN card. These NICs, we call it as a Ethernets or LAN cards. Okay, local area network. In this Ethernet, guys, we have a Ethernet, fast Ethernet, Gigabit Ethernet. So fast Ethernet, the data transmission speed is 10 Mbps. Fast Ethernet, data transmission speed is 100 Mbps. Gigabit Ethernet is 1000 Mbps or 1 Gbps. 1 second, guys. This T. These are the different Ethernet standards. So wide connector, generally we call it as a Ethernet or LAN card or NIC card. NIC card also called as Ethernet card or LAN card. Ethernet is 10 Mbps, fast Ethernet 100 Mbps, Gigabit Ethernet 1000 Mbps. So this is the some information. So I will go to the next page for this one. Guys, understand wired and wireless NICs.
Yes, sir.
Every NIC, whether it is wired or wireless, every NIC has MAC address. Every NIC has a MAC address. What is MAC address? What is MAC? Media access control. This MAC address, also called as physical address, also called as physical address or a hardware address. Some people may call it as a hardware address also, but if you see any physical address means it is a MAC address only. Okay. MAC address is 48 bit. It's a 48 bit represent 12 hexadecimal. Okay. MAC address is a 48 bit represented in 12 hexadecimal. 12 hexadecimal. So MAC address is also called as a physical address. It's 48-bit, and so it is a hexadecimal, guys. So example how the MAC addresses look like. So for example, I am giving some MAC address. Something you can give. 12, right? So one more is need. This is how a MAC address is look like. Who given this MAC address? Okay, who given this MAC address? The MAC address assigned are given by manufacturer of that NIC. MAC address is assigned or given by manufacturer of that NIC. Okay, so MAC address assigned or given by a manufacturer of NIC means who is going to manufacturing this one, guys. For example, you take a Realtek NIC is there. So this is a Realtek company manufactured this NIC. So this NIC having a MAC address. Who given that MAC address on it? Realtek company only. Or maybe it's a TP link. TP link NIC. This NIC having a inside a MAC address. Who given? TP link. Manufacturer is giving and a MAC address on it. Okay, either this wired type or wireless type, whatever it is, the manufacturer of NIC is given MAC address on it. So every NIC has a MAC address, media access control. MAC address is also called as a physical address. This is important. Media access control and physical address. MAC address is 48-bit represented in 12 hexadecimal. But you want to know your MAC address. Your NIC's MAC address. How to check MAC address of a NIC? There is two things. One is through command you can get it. So one Getmac ipconfig/all. These two commands will help you to get what is your MAC address. Okay. Even you can find in a GUI manner, guys. You can go to control panel. In a control panel, internet. Internet and network and internet, I think it is. Network and internet. Network and sharing center. Change adapter. Things. So what you have to do here, right click or double click, do double click better. Double click on NIC. And then go for a details. Or you can do one more thing. So go to search or run and do same ncpa.cpl directly. You can do this one. Okay, this is how to get a MAC address, but I will show you a MAC address part from Getmac, and how to check IP address is good to go or not. I don't get it. Then it will topic is shifted to IP address part. And no problem, no problem. So I will show you how to check the MAC address today. Okay. The first one is command prompt, right? How to go to command prompt? Go to search or run. Type cmd. This is the command prompt. Open the command prompt. Getmac. So it will display the MAC addresses. Guys, I have a multiple MAC things. Right? Device is not available. Device is not present. I don't know what it is. Okay, so currently I think I disable one device. That's why it is showing like that. Okay, so this is my MAC addresses because I have multiple NICs, including including virtual NICs. So we have it. That's showing like that. I'm removing this, and also I'm removing this. Okay, so many are there. That's why I'm removing. So this is Getmac. But you don't know which NIC it is. So Wi-Fi NIC or other NIC, you don't know. Only this is giving device ID only. You are not getting which NIC exactly it is. Okay. So what is the second one in a command line? That is a Ipconfig all. Actually, Ipconfig all used to check IP address, but we are also getting MAC address from it. Okay. Ipconfig all is used to check IP address and other information also. Okay, I'm removing few information, guys. So just we are getting few information. Even I will change some here in this one. Okay, so look at here. My NIC manufacturer is Qualcomm Ethos. Qualcomm company. Ethos model it is. It's a model number. It is a wireless network adapter. It is my Wi-Fi. I have multiple NICs. That's why it is showing lot of output. Okay. Next. So what is my physical address? This one. That is my physical address. This is my physical address. My MAC address. This is my IP address and the subnet mask. I will going to change few things in my subnet mask. Okay, change my subnet mask. Okay, not required. So I keep putting a default subnet mask. You have to check your IP address and MAC address also. Now you know how to check IP address and MAC address. So please check the IP address and MAC address. So this is my MAC address and this is my IP address, subnet mask, and this is default gateway, DHCP server address and DNS server address. What is this DHCP server address, guys? This IP address is given by this DHCP server only. I got an IP address from DHCP server. How I know DHCP enable yes means I got an IP address from DHCP server. Okay, what is my DHCP server address? This is my DHCP server address. Okay, so that's the point I'm trying to tell. The next one is this one, GUI mode. How you know how to get it? Things. Yes, do you get how to check MAC address and IP address now?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Got it. So go to control panel. So step by step we'll go. So yeah, anything no problem. Network and internet, network and sharing center. Okay. So here it is, change adapter settings. Click on change adapter setting, network connections. You can see your network adapters. You can see network adapters. Double click, details. This is my IP address. This is MAC address, subnet mask, default gateway, DHCP server, and DNS server address. Oh, then, okay. I will open it again, so don't worry. So many steps we have opened now, so that's why simple way I will open. Either I go to run or search, no problem. ncpa.cpl. It's a direct command, so then this page will open directly. So you don't need to go to control panel and there network and sharing center, change adapter settings. This will only visible, right? Same way I've opened here. This is my wired NIC is a Wi-Fi adapter. Click details. So you'll find IP address and MAC address. Both the ways you can go same only, same information, you'll get it. Okay, so yeah. So where I went by my Wi-Fi, I double click. Right, I have done double click. Then details, I got the details. This is my physical address. Yeah, I'm just removing direct link.
Sir, where is MAC address?
Your physical address, it is showing physical address. That is the MAC address.
Okay, so we need not to go in command prompt or run
No
a
need to go
command.
to command prompt.
Sorry, sir.
No need to go to command prompt. Just multiple options are there. You can go to command prompt or you can go to GUI.
Here, control panel.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so anyone you can choose, depends upon the people they can use. So first of all, either command prompt or here we should know what is your NIC name. So this is my wired NIC. This is my wireless NIC. Okay, so it's my Wi-Fi adapter. I double click details. Already IP address is configured. So that is my physical address, means my MAC address. This is my IP address. This is subnet mask, default gateway, DHCP server address and DNS address. DHCP enable, yes. Okay, I got an IP address from DHCP server. This is the DHCP server address. So this is the way you can able to check your IP address and MAC address also. Okay. So I didn't give an information about an IP address, but small information about an IP address. Yeah, we'll continue IP address part. Okay. So anyway, I will continue. So anyway, I have a meeting at 6 o'clock. Hardly have a less than 30 minutes. Okay, so we'll see. What is an IP address? IP address is a logical address. MAC address is physical address. IP address is logical address. Uniquely identify a device in network. We call it as a MAC address in network. Uniquely identify a device in network. IP address is uniquely identify a device in the network. Okay, so guys, when you want to tell that sentence, if in case you can't able to tell, you forget about it. Don't say half of answers, the meaning will changes. Okay, so uniquely you said IP address is a unique address, then wrong answer. Unique address is MAC address. It's uniquely identify a device in the network. So in the network we have several devices. Each device you want to identify with a name.
Sir, why do we need a MAC address? And what is the difference between IP address and MAC address? Can you distinguish?
The difference I will tell. Okay, so why we need a MAC address is there is several reasons are there. So differences I will tell first. Okay, IP address is a logical address, whereas a MAC address is a physical address. MAC address is assigned by manufacturer of NIC, manufacturer of that NIC, Qualcomm or maybe Realtek company. So he manufactured NIC, he will put a MAC address. It's a physical address. We cannot change the MAC address. That's the point I did add here. So I will add this one. We cannot, or we can say better, MAC address not be changeable. Not change the MAC address. It's a fixed address. It is a fixed address. So IP address can be changeable. Who assign an IP address? Who assign an IP address? IP address assigned or given or configured. You know, people use different words. Okay, so don't confuse, all are same only. IP address is given or configured by manually. You can give your own IP address or automatically. So you will get an IP address automatically also. Okay. DHCP server assign or configure IP addresses to client devices automatically. So from where you are getting an IP address automatically? From DHCP server, or you can configure manually. I will show how to configure manual IP address. Okay, so that's first of all we are going to ncpa.cpl. Okay, so this is one of my adapter. It is I wantedly disabled it. This is also having an IP address. This IP address assigned by this DHCP server. Can you see DHCP enabled? Yes, means IP address is assigned by this DHCP server. IP address is assigned by this particular DHCP server. DHCP enabled? Yes. Automatically configured IP address. So this is an IC. I went to details. You can see DHCP enabled, yes, and physical address, IP address, subnet mask, and DHCP server address, alien lease uptime, lease expiry. Okay, it is assigned by DHCP. This is by DHCP. This is assigned by DHCP. Now I'm going to change an IP address. I'm going to change my IP address. So manually, I can change my IP address. IP address can be changeable manually or automatically. So this is IPv4 properties. Obtain IP address automatically. Obtain IP address automatically. Okay. Obtain IP address automatically means you want to get an IP address from DHCP server. From DHCP server, and this is an option. This is the option. You want to get an IP address from DHCP server. This is how you will configure. Okay. Look at this. This is an adapter. I go to properties, and this properties IPv4 selected, and then I went to properties. This option is selected, means I want to get IP address from DHCP server. Mouse follow. Server. Okay. It means it is automatic. Okay. This is automatic.
So do we need to be connected with the internet to get the IP address automatically?
You should have a DHCP, local DHCP server is required. Example, you have a, sorry, it is better to keep like this only. It's not visible now, so small lines, so difficult to see. Now it is visible good, and this is also, we'll put it like. So you need a DHCP. Example, you have a Wi-Fi router, your Wi-Fi router act like a DHCP server. To get IP address from DHCP means you need a DHCP server. In our network, we have a Wi-Fi router which is act like a DHCP server. Now this is started. Completely, this is DHCP part. But how to assign manually? How to assign manually? And how do you know it is manually assigned? To assign manually, very simple. use following IP address. This is manually assigning IP address. I want to assign an IP address, something just, okay, maybe 0.11, some default gateway. You want to assign all these things, you can assign, depends upon your network. Depends upon your network, you can assign any IP address. Depends upon your network. Okay. So which one IP address you have to do it. Depends upon how you configure a network. This is assigning manually.
Sir, every system has same MAC address.
No.
Okay.
Every NIC has a different MAC address.
And then what is the main purpose of the MAC address?
MAC address has a purpose, but I will tell later. Okay. IPv4 properties.
So,
This
sir,
one, what
who
I'm
give the
saying.
permission to change the IP address?
Of course, if you are not an administrator of your PC, you are not in an admin account. So it will ask your administrator password. Generally not required. For me, my PC, my user account is an admin of my PC. So obviously it won't require any permissions. I am doing on my virtual NIC, guys. I'm not changing for my physical NICs. Okay. So don't worry. Just to see how to give IP address manually.
So this is not for permanent.
Yeah, you can change it. No problem.
Okay.
Okay, temporarily, like in your system also, you can change your IP address from automatic to manual. So this is manual. I configured IP address manually. Change it to manual and check it. Later what you do, again go there, obtain IP address automatically. Again you will get an IP address, new IP address from DHCP server. Okay. So I configured IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, and prefer DNS. Also given.
Then sir, how our service provider is remember us
No.
if
So
we change
service
the IP
provider
address, sir?
doesn't remember any of yours. Okay.
Yeah.
So in home, you have a 10 devices. All 10 devices got an IP address from DHCP server, which is nothing but your Wi-Fi router. That is
Yeah.
up to your Wi-Fi router only. Outside connectivity is your ISP. Okay, outside of your router means modem to ISP. That is connectivity is ISP. ISP has to give an IP address up to your modem only. From modem to you, the router will change it using NAT protocols or PAT protocols. Okay, so you are in your own private network. When you are communicating outside of your private, it means you need internet and you need a public access, public IP address. That will be taken care by your modem to ISP connectivity. Okay. No problem. Leave like this. This is this part we will draw like this. This part, that is enough. So this is obtained IP address automatically means first option means you want to get IP address from DHCP server. That is first option. You are configuring an IP address. You want to configure IP address manually. Second option, use following IP address. Today is another worst day. Sounds, musics. Okay. Now I got an IP address. I send an IP address. Click OK. Close. And then close. Now I want to check IP address again. Details. What I'm getting? DHCP enabled now. And is it showing a DHCP server address? No, right? DHCP enable no, no DHCP server address, no lease obtained, no lease expiry. Okay. Why? Because I configured IP address manually. I configure IP address manually. You can see this is an adapter. I go to details. So can you see DHCP enable now means manual IP address. Manually configured. Also called as static IP. But it won't change automatically. You have to change it, or you have to change it to obtain IP address automatically. Then only you will get. You can see what is your configured DNS, default gateway, subnet mask, and your IP address. In both the cases, physical address won't be changed.
Sir, IP address has changed or
IP address?
no, unchanged?
I changed my IP address. So I give an IP address here manually. That IP address, I got it.
Okay, sir.
Okay. I changed the IP address here. Manually, I got that IP address. Earlier IP address of this one, you can see this is earlier IP address is look like this one. Okay. So for this adapter, can you see 192.168.159.1? DHCP enable is yes, and there is a DHCP server address also. That means I got IP address from DHCP server. Because of my settings are obtain IP address automatically. Okay. Now what I have done, I changed that one. Use the following IP address, and I configured an IP address. Now it is manual IP address. I changed the IP address manually. Okay. So this is manual and by IP address. So IP address can be changeable. It is check IP address in GUI mode. So in control panel I'm checking, and also change IP address, change of IP address manually. Changing IP address manually, that is also we have done. Okay, about IP address and other things, so we'll add it. This is making me crazy now. Okay, so you can clearly see. I check my IP address. This is my IP address. DHCP enable yes means it is assigned by DHCP server. So how you get an IP address from DHCP server? First, client side. From your side, you are putting obtain IP address automatically. So then you are getting an IP address from DHCP server. Now this is, I change my IP address to manually. I want to give IP address. I don't get IP address from DHCP. I will give IP address manually. But this is what I am given, IP address. Okay, manual IP address. So I use following IP address, and I given an IP address. When I check my IP address, see what are the IP address I changed. That is, I got it. And can you see DHCP enable no means it is configured manually. Also, you cannot see DHCP server address here. You guys understand this part?
Yes, sir.
Few points I will tell about IP address, guys. IP address is a logical address, whereas a MAC address is physical address. IP address is assigned either manually or automatically. Automatically means DHCP server assign or configure IP address to client device automatically. It's a uniquely identified device in the network kind of stuff. Okay, so we can change.
Sir, IP address only changed manually, not automatically.
Automatically also can be changed. For example, I'm getting an IP address from a DHCP server in our office. After class completed, I go to my home and I open my laptop and I will get another IP address from different DHCP server. Okay.
Yes.
So IP address is not permanent address. Okay. It depends upon your network. IP address is not a permanent, not fixed address. It is a depends upon your network. So you will get that IP address from DHCP server or you have to configure manually. Okay. IP address can be changeable. IP address is changeable by manually or automatically. Be changeable. Okay, it can be changeable. Address defines logical network. Logical network. So here it is two important points I will add it, guys. Every device must have IP address, must have a IP address to communicate in network. Every device must have a NIC to connect in the network. To every device must have an IP address to communicate in the network. You want to communicate, you must have an IP address. You should have an IP address. The destination machine also should have an IP address to communicate. So that's why I said every device must have an IP address to communicate in the network. Okay. So, okay, next. Here it is a point. Always remember, guys, that is all communications by IP address. All communications by IP address. You're sending and receiving packets through IP address only. Without IP address, you can't communicate. IP addresses having two versions, IPv4 and IPv6 version is there. Okay, Mac don't have any versions. Mac is only one version. Okay, IPv4 is 32-bit in size, whereas IPv6 is 128-bit in size. Once IPv4 is that much bigger. And the example of IPv4, how it is look like. Some example I am giving. This is IPv4. Example for IPv6. IPv6 in different forms, guys. It follows same rule, but it's a little different. Sometimes it is very small, sometimes very big. I'm writing bigger. For example, like this, it's like a adding, like we need that set of numbers. That's why I'm adding like that. Okay. Not always like people think there is follow some sequence. No. Okay, there is a totally 8 sets, are the 8 blocks, are the 1 block, 2 block, 3 block, 4 block, 5 block, 6, 7. Okay. 8 blocks are there. You know, there is a smallest block is also there. I'm just you can go like 20. I put 2001 colon yeah, colon 1. These are all IPv6 addresses only in different forms. Okay, IPv4 and IPv6. There is a 32-bit and 128-bit. Okay. IP address is a logical address. MAC address is a physical address. IP address is uniquely identified device in the network. Okay. IP address is assigned or given or configured by manually or automatically. It is not given by manufacturer. Guys, there is no default IP address. Means like you purchase a mobile or a laptop or a desktop. People think there is already IP address is there. No. IP address never be in your device. IP address never be in your device by default. You will configure an IP. You should configure an IP address, or you should get an IP address from DHCP server. Okay, that is important. Okay, IP address defines a logical address. IP address can be changeable. Okay, and also all communications by IP address only. So tomorrow we are going to see difference between about IPv4 and IPv6, and we've missed the devices, so I will cover tomorrow devices also. Okay, I have meeting now, so people are coming. That's it for today, guys.
That numbers.
Tell me.
Sir, if someone has our IP address, then he or she can locate our device location.
No, nothing. Okay, that is a different concept. Okay, so if you know someone is directly connected to public IP, like my PC is directly connected to public IP address, you may get it some kind of stuff. But I'm in my own private IP address. Okay, so my
Sir, one
ISP
request.
is in public. Yeah, tell me.
Sir, can we shift to the Google Meet? Not here, sir. Team, Microsoft Team.
Yeah, Google Meet don't have a recording, so I have to record separately.
Okay, sir. Okay, no
That's
problem.
the problem.
Sir, I joined late today, so have you marked my attendance?
Already I marked your attendance. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Yes.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow. Read daily.